Entering team select screen. The Chicago Bears, the home team, are selected. Ready.
Coming up, the Bengals and Bears square off for just the 12th time since 1972. Chicago can even up the series at 6 wins apiece. And you'll see all the action right here on EA Sports.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel, ready for footballer day and ready for footballer we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Entering play call screen. Kickoff middle.
Final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports from way up at the 23. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Here we go.
Time to see this Bengals offense here as they get set for their first drive. And under center, of course, is the #1 pick in the 2020 draft, now in year number 2, Joe Burrow.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7. Number 3 cloud.
An interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 30.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
But it's second down. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 36, Burrow. And right away, he lost the football. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have. The Bears offense ready to go to work here for the first time, leading them out the 11th overall pick of the 2021 draft, Justin Fields out of Ohio State.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the second.
Entering play call, on plan. There are 9 cap formation. I form, single back, wing pair, AHB dive alert smoke. Sprint HB flow, AHB dive alert smoke.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Square button.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it.
Entering play call, wing pair. There are 10 categories. Play call.
That's what I like.
Play call.
Hold on, an old coot?
Formation. I form.
Right.
Single back. Wing zone weak. AHB stretch. Parallel LT. AHB stretch.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Cross button.
Now a give running right is Montgomery.
R2 button.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him?
Entering play call, ring tight. There are 10 categories. You have 9 options. HB formation. There are concept, option, run, screen pass, run, option, quick pass, stick, there, stick, X slant, slants, X slant, stick.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Cross button,
Throw.
square button.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That event is selected.
Ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays 6-0.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Let's go.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this time.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
getting victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized.
Foxfire zone press.
And they carried it out.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out.
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
Entering play call, Regoni under. AHD blunt dive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give. This is Montgomery.
R2 button.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Entering play call, go Y stick. AHD power O.
Montgomery.
R1 button.
And a reinforcement's coming as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
Entering play call. Coach suggests gun plan. There player. There are 9. Formation. Gun. Weak. I form. Single back. Wing pair. 24 zone. Pass print HD spacing. Pass AHD dive alert smoke.
Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal.
Cross button.
Handoff comes to Montgomery.
R2 button.
He takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That event is selected.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. For the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading team.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Last week in the season opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Play action. It's Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
Cross-cutting.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. We have 30 options. HB stretches. empty and go. HB stretch.
Encounters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now
triangle button.
And he rifles one incomplete. David Montgomery, the target, out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down. Well, Charles, a look there at the Bears draft class for 22.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. We have 30 options. HB quick base is selected.
Was Justin Fields the right choice or not?
On plan. There are player. There are 9. Formation. There are 9. Player. David Montgomery. Allen Robinson. Allen Rock. expert.
Definitely a splashy pick for this team. And they have to hit a home run to the quarterback position. Only one other draft pick on day 2, and that was Tevin Jenkins, the big offensive tackle from
Cross button. Triangle button. Circle button.
Rush, and down he goes. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he's...
Entering play call. Allen Robinson. You have 66 options. expert. Quick slants.
Decision-making needs to be, and Next Gen Stats says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll...
Circle button.
Now this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something.
Entering play call. Allen Robinson. You have 6 player. There are formation. There are 9 categories. There are 10. I form. Single back. Wing tight. Zone weak. Hawaii drag wheel. ROLT. AHB stretch.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Cross cutting.
Now Montgomery running.
Cross cutting.
They'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Entering play call. Wing tight. There are 10 categories. We have 9 options. 8 play call. Play call. Play call. Play call. Formation. Concept. There. Medium pass.
They also have to have interest in the running game.
Smash. There. Puck power.
Nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd and 9.
R1 button. R1 button. R1 button. R1 button.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Entering play call. Smash. There are 13 concept. There are play type. There are 9 personnel. There are 2 RB bar 3 P bar 0 W. 2 RB bar 2 P bar 1 W. 3 RB bar 2 P bar 0 WR. 3 RB bar 2 P QB Neal is selected. Personnel, special teams, 1 RB bar 1 T bar 3 WR.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Entering play call. Concept, play type, there are 9. Concept, keep, play action, screen pass. Play action pass, keep pass. Vertical, T attack.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
R1 button,
3rd and long.
square button,
Fields.
cross button,
They'll leave it for
button button.
complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now Burrow. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are cover 6.
The pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A draw play for Mixon. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season opening.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
What we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need
cover 3 cloud
quarterback this week.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this pass broken up.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Entering play call, coach suggests Ohio's pacing. Gun plan, there are David Luck, Damian, Darnell Mooney, Alshon Jeffrey, Body Dielpo, flanker drive.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
R1 button. Cross button. R1 button.
You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity.
Entering play call, Elton Jeffrey. You have 10 options. Probably selected.
Let's go do it on this drive.
Player, there are not. Formation, there are not. Goal line. Gun. Weak. I form. Pro, there are AHD stretch.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give.
Cross button.
Montgomery trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to...
Entering play call. Pro, there are 2 categories. You have 9 options. AHD stretch is selected.
With a 3rd and 2.
Formation. Concept, there are 9. Play type, there are personnel, there. Play option, run. Inside zone jet. Zone weak.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Cross button.
They'll run.
One button.
Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
Sometimes that's a danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 9 categories, you have 12 options, punt is selected.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 7 categories.
Looking to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 7 categories.
He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 7 categories.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's Kevin Huber now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
R2 button.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to get going again. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go.
Entering play call, coach suggests hitch corners. RPO zone key, hitch corners.
Offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
In the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Entering play call, coach suggestion. Gun plan. There are player. There are 9. Formation. There are 9. Concept. Play action. Deep pass. Medium pass. Quick pass. Stick. Quick slant. Stick. Quick slant.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Cross button. R1 button.
Down sack. Fields. He'll get
R2 button.
to his tight end, Kmet. They'll wind up
Entering play call, stick. There are 4 categories. You have 16 options. Y stick is selected.
Getting it to the open man.
Stick.
That's good recognition there. And have
X
that
slant.
after the catch.
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Triangle button. Triangle button.
That's complete right side to Kmet. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 gun plan. There are player. There are 9 formation. There gun. Weak. I form. Single back. Wing pair. AHB dive alert smoke.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Cross button.
Running for it, Montgomery. And some space here. He's at the 40. 20.
Button.
Oh, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play, but it wasn't just what he did downfield.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage, and in the end, that became a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Pick off left is selected.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
5 full sacks against him. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. The return will stop right around the 25.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Entering play call, on plan. Player, error, formation, there are 9 concept, medium pass, quick pass, stick, there, quick slant. Cross button, square button, circle button, R1 button.
Turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to...
Entering play call, quick slant.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Cross button, R1 button, R1 button.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for
entering play call. Stick. There are 4 categories. You have 16 knot, quick slant, stick.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14.
Cross button, cross button, cross button.
Newsom. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 37 yards is selected.
Santos on for the field goal, a 37-yard attempt.
And Santos yanks that one a bit. No good. Wide to the left for Santos. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
National Football League.
Cover 3 cloud.
On this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Eddie Goldman picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Here's Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. A safe man.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
R1 button.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And it's actually been out of the backfield.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. RPO alert glance.
Just maybe say, maybe this
Slash return.
running game's going so
KHD slip screen.
I agree. That's exactly what you do. And you have to kind of take your ego and put it aside because you always think your next throw is going to be your best throw, right? Your next play is going to be your best play. Lean on what's working for you right now.
R2 button.
Carry your team to victory if things keep going in the direction that they are.
Yeah, because the formula has them the lead currently. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Entering play call. On plan, there are 9 player, there are 9 cap formation, there are I form, single back, wing tight, there mesh, zone fit jet, pod jets weak, zone weak, pod wide drag wheel, zone weak.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Cross button.
Montgomery.
R1 button.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not
Entering play call, wing tight, there are 10 categories, you have 9 options. Zone weak is select formation. Concept, there are 9. Play type, there are 9 cap. Personnel, there are 1 RB bar. Special team, 3 RB bar 2 key bar 0 W, 2 RB bar 2 key bar 1 WR, 2 RB bar 3 key bar 0 WR, 2 RB bar 1 key bar 2 WR. Throw, there are AHD stretch.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Cross button.
Now a give right.
Cross button.
It's Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. They'll be brought down on the 30.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Burrow will throw. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They get him. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's Kevin Huber now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
R2 button.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
Entering play, post wheel drag. AHB quick base.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Entering play, Hawaii drag wheel. Punt plan, there are 9 category. Player, there are 9. Justin Fields. Alshon Jeffrey. Alshon, Body DL post, flanker drive.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Square button. R1 button. R1 button.
Open man is Komet, the tight end.
Give him 9.
Entering play call, Alshon Jeffrey. You have 10 options. Toggle to select. Jail breaks. Player, there are 9. Formation, there are 9. Concept, there are 9. Medium pass. Quick pass. Stick, there. Stick. Stick. X slant. Slant stick.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Triangle button.
Fields.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
Pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots.
Entering play call. Stick barrier for category. Concept. Barrier. Medium pass.
To make the
Smash. Barrier third. Corner stops.
You'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6.
Cross button. R1 button. R1 button.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
Yeah, they'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive. Now Burrow on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow, his throw incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
On this snap.
Bengals on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Kevin Huber now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. On the return, they'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just...
Entering punt plan. There are player. There are not. Justin. Goal commit. Justin. Red option. Red option.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
Square button.
The option to the right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Entering play call. Justin Fields. You have 12 option. Player. There are Cole Kmet. Allen Robb. Damian Williams. FD dive.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run with a back. Williams. And he works his way forward for about 4.
Entering play call, Damian Williams. You have 5 off. Kick punt sweep. Kick punt off tackle. FD dive. Kick punt off tackle. Kick punt sweep. Kick punt off tackle. FD dive. Kick punt FD. Player. Darnell Mooney. Darnell. Corner stops. Jet sweep. And around leg. Stick.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. One play action. Fields.
Triangle button. R1 button. Square button. Circle button.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to count.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Time for Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense to take over now. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, and it's...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Second and 10.
Now it's Burrow. Incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away.
R2 button.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football.
Entering play call, punt plan. There are 9 player. There are 9 Damian Williams. Kick punt sweep. Kick punt off tackle. FD dive.
In fact, they do go on and get that done. But the bottom line is finding a way to win the game. So if you're not playing that well, but somebody else is on the team, keep going to that hot hand.
Yeah, not over yet, but looking good here in the second.
Cross button.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Entering play call, Damian Williams. You have 5 options. Clear. There are 9 formation. There are 9 category. Done. Yellow line. Done.
Big behemoths
Weak.
creates
I form. Single back. Wing top. Zone weak.
Just following those guys
AHD stretch.
for a nice explosive run.
Parallel LT. AHD stretch.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to the ground. This time Montgomery. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Entering play call. Wing tight. There are 10 categories. Formation. There. I form. Concept. There are. Play type. There are 9. Personnel. There are 9. Favorites. There are 9. Recent plays. Coach suggest. Fun plan. There are. Player. There are. Darnell Mooney. Damian Willie. Fake punt sweep. Fake punt off. FD dive. Cross button.
Now a first down.
Cross button.
Williams. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Entering play call. Damian Williams. You have FD dive. Player. There. Formation. There are 9. Gun. Goal line. Concept. There are 9. Play type. There. Option. Run. In. Empty and AHB. AHB inside. Empty and AHB plunge.
2nd and 4. On the carry, it's
Cross button.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Entering play call. Inside handoff. There are empty and AHB plunge. Play type. There are 9. Personnel. There are 9. Favorites. There are 9. Cat. Personnel. Play type. There are. Option. Run. RPO. Special. Pass. Quick pass. Quick fit. Y stick. Stick. Y stick. Double slants.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Cross button.
To throw.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Entering play call. Quick fade. Y stick.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
R1 button. Cross button. R1 button.
And this one incomplete.
Entering play call. Quick pass. There are 6 categories. Play type. There. Run. Option. RPO. Special. Pass.
And they took
Quick
that
pass. There are 6 categories. Quick fade.
And force that incompletion.
Stick. Double slants. Quick slants.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Triangle button.
Fields.
Triangle button.
This one incomplete. Probably.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 18 options. Field goal 60 yards is selected.
Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts.
Plan. There are player. There are formation. There concept. There are cheat pass. Play action pass. Screen pass. Play type. There are run. Option. RPO. Special. Pass. Special. Fake FG. Punt. Option is set to undefined.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 recent plays. There. Coach suggest. Gun plan. Player. Formation. Concept. Play type, there are. Personnel, there are. Favorites, there are. 2 RB bar, 2 RB bar, 1 RB, 1 RB bar, 1 RB bar. Favorites, there are. Recent plays. AHB inside zone. Quick slants.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Cross button.
Snap it.
R1 button.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Bengals will get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Muscles him off. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this one is in.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Get down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw, and that'll be incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Well, with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles. Thus, the
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over.
Entering play call. Coach suggests unplanned. Player, there formation, there concept, there 9. Play type, there pass. Run, pass, quick fake, stick, slants.
That allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've
triangle
got
button,
like
triangle button,
loosen up things.
cross button.
You'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he'll be
entering play call, with fade.
It's the 50.
Play type, run, option, RPO, special,
We knew
pass.
that Mooney could absolutely
Pass,
fly, but
quick
he was only
fade,
taken in the
stick,
5th round
slants.
because of his size. He ended up being one of the better late-round picks in the NFL last year. 61 catches on the season.
Triangle button, square button.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Entering play call, quick fade.
But it's going to be
Play type, there are 9. Personnel, there are 9. Favorites, there are recent plays. Coach suggests unplanned, there are player, there are 9. Cat formation, there are weak gun, goal line, Hail Mary, special team, Hail Mary, goal post, Hail Mary, goal post. Triangle button. Cross button. Circle button. Triangle button.
And firing a deep ball for Komet. And that throw behind his man.
Entering play call. Hail Mary. You have 3 options. Goal posted. Shot save block. Hail Mary.
In between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about
Formation. There are 9. Concept.
not to give him
Keep
another shot
pass.
here in the 1st half.
Verticals. There are verticals.
Guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Circle button.
Fields.
Triangle button. R1 button.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
over the top unsuccessfully.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals going to take over late in this 1st half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put some...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Airing one out for Boyd. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Bears going to take over now late in this 1st half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this in.
Entering play. Punt plan. There are 9. Darnell Mooney. Damian Williams. Fake punt sweep. Fake punt off tap. FD dive.
Check
So the false start will back them up 5. Tevin Jenkins, a second-round pick, the guilty party.
Entering play call, fake punts, boot slide, FD dive.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty.
One button.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty.
Entering play call, Damian Williams. You have 5 options. Boot slide is selected.
He's made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Cross cutting.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Cross cutting.
Oh, good move. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it is the Jets who have the lead in that one. Keelan Cole, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they lead the visiting Denver Broncos at the half. The Jaguars were winners last week. They're looking to get to 2-0, and they lead at home. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Cole Beasley, a touchdown reception. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And this tells the story right here. As a unit, negative yards passing through 2 quarters of play. That is something you almost never see. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
Entering Gunplan adjustment screen, run inside is selected.
We are just
Run
about
outside.
to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field. And
Defend
Brandon
outside run. Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now Damian Williams to return it.
R2 button.
And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come.
Entering play call, kick punt sweep, boot slide.
They start the second here with Williams. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Entering play call, Damian Williams. You have 5 options. Boot slide is selected. Player, there are 9 cat. Darnell Mooney, Damian Williams, David Montgomery.
Feeling like, okay,
David Montgomery. Mesh.
stand up when the going gets
24 zone open.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give. This is Montgomery.
R2 button.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. You have 66 options. Zone weak is selected.
These that are better tacklers.
Player, there are Damian Williams.
Amidst traffic.
Coach suggests on plan. There, player, there are 9 cat. Formation, there are 9. Concept, play action pass, deep pass, medium pass, quick pass, stick there, quick slant.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Cross button.
Fields.
R1 button. R2 button.
To Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really do.
Entering play call.
They
Quick
know
slant.
how to do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
R1 button. Square button.
First down.
Cross button.
And that nearly their first.
Entering play call. Stick. There are 4 categories. You have 16 up. Concept. There are 9. Play type. There are 9 categories. Personnel. There are 9. Favorites. There are recent plays. There are coach suggestion plan. There are 9 categories. Player. There are Damian Williams. David. Damian Will. Damian. Fake punt sweep. Fake punt off tap. Fake punt sweep. Dog boot slide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Entering play call. Damian Williams. You have player. There are formation. There are not. Hail Mary. Hail Mary. Goal post. Triangle button. Square button. Triangle button.
Deep for Jeffrey. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. So possession goes over here on the punt. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be free.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They call it because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A gain of 6 there on the first.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Not only on this team, but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
A 6-yard pass.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
2019 Biletnikoff Award is the nation's top receiver while at LSU. And the guy who threw him the passes there, Joe Burrow, now is quarterback at Cincinnati.
Here we go. Ready?
On first down, Mixon, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati.
R2 button.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Bears take over. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Entering play call, curls. AHB stretch, curls. AHB stretch.
In the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Cross button, square button, cross button, cross button.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. HB with bases selected.
Brain remembers when I see
plan. There are 9 player. There are 9 categories. Formation. There are 9. Goal line. Gun. Weak. I form. Single back. Wing tight. Zone weak. AHB stretch.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Cross button.
Now a give running. Montgomery takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Entering play call. Wing tight. There are 10 categories. You have 9 options. H. Formation. There are I form. Weak. Gun. Goal line. Hail Mary. Special team. Single back. I form. Weak. Gun. Weak. Slot look. AHB dive. Mesh. Inside zone split. 94 will. Puff flood. 94 will. Cross button.
Fake now, Fields to throw.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Square button.
This one down to Williams. That's going to back him up.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
While it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. The Bengals offense returns to the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
To him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Drew Sample was a second-round pick in 2019, and the Bengals would sure love to see his role increase with Joe Burrow at quarterback.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They'll run on first down. Nixon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This is the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7. A handoff to Mixon, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. And this is going to be... Eddie Jackson picks him. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A disappointing end to that drive, making it to the red zone, but they'll again, CD, wind up with nothing.
And nothing, that's been the key word because they've had drives throughout that have finished off with nothing. Can't finish off a drive to save their lives in this game. And this one winds up again, giving them, dare I say it, nothing.
Entering play call, gun plan. There are player. There are 9 cat formation. There are gun. Weak, I-form, single back, winged, zone weak, AHB stretch.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
R1 button.
Looking for now is
R2 button.
consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
Entering play call, wing tight. There are 10 categories. Formation. There are 9. Concept. There are 9. Play type. There are 9 category. Personnel. There are favorites. There are recent play. Coach suggests on plan. There are player. There are David Montgomery. David Zone fake jet.
On a scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Again, they'll go.
R2 button.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. Player, there are no Damian Williams. Damian, FD dive.
They'll try and run.
R1 button.
Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Entering play call, fake punt sweep. Player, Darnell Mooney. Darnell, corner stops.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Square button. Circle button.
And this will be incomplete.
Entering play call, Darnell Mooney. You have 82 options. Ajax Ghost Ross is selected.
Just couldn't secure the football through the
On this direction.
Right there on the
Player, there are Alshon Jeffrey.
Defenders work on all the time.
Alshon Jeff, Adi Dialco, double slants.
But continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Play action. It's Fields.
R1 button. R1 button.
Let one fly for Robinson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's
Entering play call, Alshon Jeffrey. You have 10 options. Pagod is selected.
And now offensively, it's
AJL break screen. Player, error. Option is set to undefined.
before a big
Coach
siege.
suggests on plan. There are 9 categories. Coach suggests on plan. Player, there are Justin Fields.
first half scoring
Cole
points.
Kmet.
Haven't done anything so
Cole
far in the
Kmet.
second
On
half.
jet sweep. T drive. Pass slide Y screen.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Cross button.
Back to throw.
Triangle button.
Fields.
R1 button.
Complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals getting set to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anyway.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Robert Quinn is the one who burst in there to blow that play up.
If these guys going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 46.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Second and long. It's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards that time.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easy.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now Burrow on first down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And too much juice.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And now it's 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Staying on his feet. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati.
R2 button.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 spacing switch
To the hot start.
AHP dive.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
Cross button.
Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. Gun plan. There are 9. Player. There are 9. Formation. There are 9. Concept. Medium pass. Quick pass.
A little bit of yardage, and
quick slant.
they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Triangle button. Cross button.
And this will be caught by Mooney. A gain of 3.
Entering play call. Stick there. Quick slant.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps
Quick slant.
to turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get out.
Square button. Triangle button.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Hunt is selected.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining. As they
Entering play. Kick punt double release. Gun plan. There are player. There are 9 categories. Allen Robin. Cole Kmet. Justin. Alshon Jeff. Darnell Mooney. Damian Williams. Fake punt sweep. Fake punt off. FD dive.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
57 to Mike. Time to go right now.
They run.
R2 button.
And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very...
Entering play call. Damian Williams. You have 5 options. Covered side is selected.
It's there, but they do convert on 4th.
Fake punt sweep. Player. There. Darnell Mooney. Alshon Jeffer. Pajay break screen. Player. Darnell Mooney. Damian Williams. David Mont. Allen Robinson. Allen. AHD dive. Spacing. Bench.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
57 to Mike. Watch 57.
Cross button. Triangle button.
James has got it.
Cross button.
Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open feet.
Cross button.
And all the way down to the 5. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears.
Entering play call. Allen Robinson. You have player. There are 9. Formation. There are I form. Weak. Gun. Concept. Medium. Deep pass. Medium. Quick pass. Stick. Quick slant.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Triangle button. Circle button. R1 button. R2 button.
That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage.
Entering play call. There are 4 categories. You have 16 up. Play call. Play call. Concept. There. Play type. There are 9. Personnel. There. Favorites. There. Recent play. Coach suggest. Gun plan. There are player. There are David Montgomery. Allen Robin. Cole Kmet. Justin. Alshon Jeffer. Darnell Mooney. Damian Williams. Fake punt off. FD dive.
2nd and goal from the 1. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up.
Entering play Ficon sweep.
I think he
Hugger slide. FP dive.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Now a 10th carry. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer.
Entering play call, Damian Williams. We have 5 options. Hugger slide is selected.
Around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys.
Player, there are formation, there are 9. Concept, there are 9. Play type, there are run. Option, RPO. Special, pass, run, pass. Quick fade. Y stick.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Cross button.
Outfield.
Triangle button. R2 button.
Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are on their way to a 2-0 start. Well, I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That event is selected.
They've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It's certainly.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Call it no gain on
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Burrow to Boyd.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
In the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Big 13! Big 13!
First down, here's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So in Into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Burrow.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. 7 yards the pick up there.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that,
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
after catch, you tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And Burrow going to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Robert Quinn able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
To know when to throw the football away, too.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack.
Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase.
That was the 8th play.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
People like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
On the Jets sweep, here's Chase.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And it's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here at 4th and a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They run for it with Mixon, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon, and the Bears will get the football back.
Entering play call, coach suggestion. On plan, there are 9. Darnell Mooney, Damian Williams, David Munn, Damian Williams, Damian, kick punt sweep, kick punt off tack, FB dive.
And they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They begin the drive.
button.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard.
Entering play call, Damian Williams. You have 5 options. Boot slide, player, error, formation. There are 9 categories. Concept, error, medium pass.
Situations,
Quick pass,
defenders in the box,
quick slant, X slant.
to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Cut.
Circle button. Cross button.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Cross button.
16.
Square button.
Fields.
R2 button.
The hands of Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 30.
Entering play call, stick error for categories. You have 16 options. Twice stick is selected.
Just one word keeps coming to mind from watching.
Concept, error, play height, error, run.
Impressive from the opening.
Inside, empty NAHB, AHB inside zone, empty NAHB plunge. AHB inside zone.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
57 the mark. 57 the mark.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Entering play call, inside handoff. There are 7 categories. You have 55 options. Zone read, play height, error, personnel. There are 9 cat. 1 RB bar 2 key bar 2 WR. 2 RB bar 3 key bar 0 WR. 2 RB bar 1 key bar 2 WR. 2 RB bar 2 key bar 1 WR. 3 RB bar 2 key bar 0 WR. Special teams. 1 RB bar 1 key bar 3 WR. Tight while inside zone split.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Cross button.
They'll keep pounding.
R2 button.
Montgomery. And for one of the few times here today, this runs.
Entering play call, tight while off. AHB zone WK.
Up a 3rd down.
Jet sweep.
Now that's a mountain.
Jet sweep.
Just made that stop, isn't it?
Post dig.
More than that, this guy's nimble and quick.
Post dig.
In a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Check right 57. Right 57.
On 3rd,
R1 button.
Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field, even though they were able to force the punt defensively.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Now it's Burrow. And his pass incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Which is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Open man is Chase, complete. And he gets this up across the 35. Completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs.
Playing exotic coverage.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Mixon with a first down and more. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 70 yards rushing for him in the ballgame now on 14 carries.
Brett, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he is out of bounds.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Down as well.
And how about the rapport that these two had last year as rookies? Exactly what the Bengals had in mind when they made Joe Burrow the 1st-round pick and T. Higgins the 2nd.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
58 to the mic. 58 to the mic.
Now it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, a 22.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
There's air there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
They had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for him. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read. And
entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game. That time a 9-play drive, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team bounce on it and get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. Punt land. There are 9. Player. There are 9. Darnell Mooney. Damian Williams.
Empirical.
Fake punt sweep. Fake punt off. FD dive.
Now a first down carry.
R1 button.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Entering play call, Damian Williams. You have 5 on player. There are formation. There are not concept. There are medium pass.
Throw it again.
Quick pass.
The big punch later.
There.
Maybe
Quick slant.
to set him up.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
57. Mike, 57. Here we go.
Cross button. R1 button. Circle button.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Entering play call. There are 4 categories. You have 6 concept. There are 9. Play type. There are 9 categories. Option. Run.
You just go ahead.
Inside handoff. There are 7 categories. You have 55 options. Zone weak is selected.
Take and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the run.
Cross button.
First down, here's
Cross button.
Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Down under 2 minutes to go.
Entering play call. Inside handoff. There are 7 categories. MTNHB clun. Zone weak. MTNHB zone weak. MTNHB inside zone.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Back to Montgomery.
Down.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over.
Entering play call, inside handoff. There are 7 categories. You have 55 options. Zone week is selected. Cross button.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still third down.
Entering play call, inside handoff. There are 7 categories. You have 55 options. Zone week is selected.
So now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 40 yards is selected. Gun plan. There are 9. Darnell Mooney. Con misdirection. Jet sweep. Pocket curl. Bench switch. Pocket curl.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store.
Cross button.
They snap it to
For 1 button.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown of the game. His 3rd on the year. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
And coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami, and it's the Dolphins that wound up winning that one. Todd Gurley.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
After the touchdown.
From way up at the 23.
Now a creep. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
See how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Flush to his right. At 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Second down at 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Complete to Boyd. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 game plan. There are formation. There are 7 special goal line. Prevent time. Prevent free kick. You have 6 options. Man free kick is selected.
The complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now back to throw. One last shot at the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done now. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Bears, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date.
Post-game report player stats.
Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.